Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Portugal have just defeated the Czech Republic 2-1 in their first game of Euro 2024, starting off their quest for a second Euro title with 3 points is obviously huge. But I'll tell you guys this right now. Apart from Germany and maybe Spain, the other favorites to win this tournament, the other countries that are favored to win it, most notably England, France, and Portugal, have not looked convincing after their first game, in my opinion. They all looked really sloppy. Today, Portugal looked sloppy. England against Serbia looked sloppy. And France yesterday against Poland, or against Austria, looked sloppy. None of those teams look convincing to me. So this tournament is wide open. Obviously, it's going to be a very exciting tournament. We're only through the first, not even through the first week. We're only through the first, 4 days. But it's looking really good right now because none of the favorites, none of the big boys have looked that convincing apart from, like I said, Germany and also Spain in there. But yeah, like I said, I thought today Portugal did not play their best game. And if Portugal want to win this tournament, they're going to have to play a lot better than that. They're just going to have to play better than that. I mean, the Czech Republic, no disrespect to them, but they're not a good team by any means. And Portugal today, I mean, it just wasn't, it was so stale. That attack was so stale. First of all, that lineup, playing that 3-back and playing Nuno Mendes and Cancelo and playing you're playing like 4 fullbacks in that lineup, which again, I understand that obviously you're doing that so they can track back so your attackers don't have to run back as much. But still, it just didn't look creative at all. You have Bruno Fernandes so deep in the pitch, and he just couldn't really get it going in that second half. In the first half, he played I thought Bruno Fernandes actually had a really good game. But you're not maximizing Bruno if you're using him that deep on the pitch. And you know what it comes down to, guys? Roberto Martinez, and I'm sorry if you're a Roberto Martinez fan, or if you're his mom watching this video, he's simply not a good manager. And how this man continues to get job after job and golden generation after golden generation it's pathetic, honestly. I don't understand how he does it. Some guys just have all the luck, and Roberto Martinez is one of them. He failed, absolutely destroyed that Belgium golden generation, and now he's probably going to do the same with Portugal, because that guy has no idea how to manage actual good squads. He thinks he's still coaching, I don't know, fucking Motherwell when he coached them back in the day, because he's not a good manager in my opinion. If Portugal don't win this tournament, it'll be because of their manager, and the same thing for England, by the way. If England don't win this tournament, it'll be because of their manager. They're both boring, fucking pragmatic, just like they have nothing, bro. They have nothing to offer, those two guys. But Roberto Martinez, like I said today, just didn't. He's just not good enough, man. You're making 3 subs in the 90th minute. You had the whole time to make subs and to kind of try and open this game up, and you make 3 subs in the 90th minute when you were still tired. By the way, that was before they went up a goal. You mean you let Czech Republic go up early, go up in that second half with a great goal, by the way. A beautiful goal, man. That finish was fantastic. And then obviously you get the own goal, and then the other goal was just sloppy too. It was just sloppy goal after sloppy goal. Like none of the goals that Portugal scored did I look at and say, wow, that's a team playing well together. I'm going to be honest with you guys right now. I thought the best player for Portugal today, you could argue, was Cristiano Ronaldo. And you guys know, if you know me from TikTok, I shit on Ronaldo a lot, especially when it comes to international football. I thought he was really good today. Again, despite not scoring, usually for Ronaldo, when he doesn't score, he doesn't really have that impactful of a game, especially at this stage of his career. Back in the day, he could impact the game in every way possible and not score. But now, obviously, he's more of a poacher, more of a scorer. So when he's not scoring, you're kind of like, he didn't really play well. But not today, man. He was showing for the ball. He was making good runs into the box. And that Dalot goal that they ruled off for offside, he's obviously the one that got his head on that ball. But yeah, man, I think today he just didn't get that good of service. Portugal's set pieces were awful, man, which again comes down to coaching. They could never, the crossing was so bad. They can never find Ronaldo or Pepe or Ruben Diaz. You have 3 guys in the box that can obviously score and do damage with their head. Pause. I don't know if that sounds weird. But anyway, they can do some damage with their head. And, you know, the crosses just weren't coming in. I thought Leao actually had a really good game. He was trying to make things happen. Obviously, he was fighting for the ball. But his final third, his end product wasn't really that good. But again, man, for me, I think Portugal have to just do better than this. Obviously, Chico comes in and scores a goal. The keeper slips. Obviously, it's right there. But good for him. Obviously, I think it's his first goal for Portugal in his career. So, I mean, that's obviously great. But again, like I said, man, I think that if Portugal, what's going to be their downfall is Roberto Martinez. I don't understand how this guy continues to get good job after good job. It doesn't make any sense to me, bro. It does not make any sense to me how Roberto Martinez, I don't know. I honestly don't know how he's still in football, honestly, because he ruined that Belgium golden generation, and now he's going to ruin this. This team, this Portugal team, man, I don't want it to go under the radar. This is a sick squad. It's a great squad. So, like, world-class talents at every single level. The defense, the midfield, and the attack. World-class talents at every level. Bernardo Silva today was god-awful. God, he was bad. Oh my God, how, the biggest mystery to me is how the fuck did Bernardo Silva manage to play the whole 90 minutes? How did Foden play 90 minutes, and how did Bernardo Silva play 90 minutes? It looks like these guys just get carried by Pep. I wanted Bernardo Silva at Barca. After watching that, I'm not so sure anymore, because these guys, when it comes to being like outside of the Pep bubble, it just looks like they don't show up. Bernardo Silva was hot ass today, man. He was so bad. He looked tired by like the 70th minute, and yet Roberto Martinez kept him on for the whole game. Which again, it's a manager who's not willing to adapt or do anything different. I think if Portugal want to win this tournament, which I think they can, obviously they're going to get out of the group because they have the best team in their group. It's going to be tricky to see how, it's going to be crazy to see how they do. Not crazy. It's going to be interesting to see how they do against Turkey, because Turkey today put forth a really good display against Georgia. That was a great game. Arda Güler came up big for them. They have some really good players, some young talents. And I want to see how they play against this Portugal team, because I think Portugal can be had. I think Turkey can actually finish first in this group. Obviously, that game's going to be huge on Saturday at 12, I'm pretty sure, at noon. But yeah, man, I think if Portugal actually want to win this tournament, bro, you gotta get a better performance out of Roberto Martinez, because the squad is there. You can get that squad to play well. But again, the attack looks so still. Defensively, there's so many gaps in that back line at times. I mean, Czech Republic was when they were getting the ball, they were doing some damage. It wasn't just like passing it around. They were doing some damage every time they were going forward. I think Roberto Martinez has just this obsession with getting like just staying in the opponent's half, but they don't make anything happen. And again, for me, it just seemed like the players were not on the same page. Again, I thought Ronaldo was the only one that was trying to make really things happen on that front line, just showing for the ball, making runs, you know, helping in the build-up as well sometimes. But again, for me, I think a lot of these teams are held back by their managers. And like I said, most notably England and also Portugal. And then you also have teams that are enhanced by their manager, like we see with, for example, Germany. Germany have a great squad, but Germany, a lot of the way, like they're this good because they also have Julian Nagelsmann, a man who can obviously, like, he has his vision, and he puts that vision and he executes it so well. And I don't feel like Portugal have that, and I don't feel like England have that. And honestly, man, you guys might think I'm crazy. I think Deschamps is a good manager, obviously a World Cup winning manager, a man who's made a World Cup final as well, won a World Cup and made another final. But to me, Deschamps I think France could do better than him as well. But again, when you have that much squad talent, like when you have the squad that France has and you have Kylian Mbappe, it doesn't really fucking matter. But yeah, for me, man, that's all I gotta say about this game. I thought Ronaldo played well. I thought Bernardo Silva was dreadful. I thought Bruno the first half was really good. In the second half, not so much. I thought Cancelo, I didn't think he was anything special. Again, defensively, not great, but I think going forward, he obviously had some good moments. But I think this Portugal team, bro, I mean, you're starting obviously Dalot, Pepe, and Nuno Mendes at the back. None of those guys, like the only one of those guys that's a natural center back is obviously Pepe, but you're playing in a back five, so it doesn't really matter. But I don't know. I think Portugal can like, they can reach another level. And if they do want to win this tournament, they got to reach another level. Congrats to the Czech Republic, by the way. I think they had a really good game. I think they easily could have gotten out of this game with a win. That own goal is extremely unlucky. That second goal, again, the keeper slips. You make it, like, the defense does a good job there, but the keeper slips, and then Chico's just at the right place at the right time. But yeah, man, this Euro so far is looking really good, because like I said, none of the favorites, none of the teams that we expected to come out of the gate swinging and just being fucking dominant really did that. And all three of these teams played very beatable opponents. I mean, England beat Serbia by 1 goal. France beat Austria by 1 goal, and obviously it was an own goal. And Portugal needed an own goal to beat Czech Republic by 1 goal. So none of these teams, the only teams that really put forth dominant performances, you could argue Italy against Albania, they played really well. Obviously, they started off down in that game, but then they came back. Spain obviously putting 3 past Croatia, and then you had Germany, who again plays Scotland, not a formidable opponent by any means, but still, I mean, the performance was there, and they can obviously build from that. But again, that's just my opinion. Honestly, I'm yapping for too much right now. I don't know why I'm talking so much. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. How do you think Portugal played? What do you think Portugal needs to do to maybe, fix this team a little bit? Because if you guys watched the game, which I'm sure most of you guys did, if you're watching this Yap session, you can kind of agree with me that this was not the performance you want to see. If you're a Portugal fan, if you're a Ronaldo fan, you don't want to see this, because again, this team has a lot of talent, bro. This team has a lot of talent. You still had Paulinho on the bench, you still had Neves on the bench, you still had Joao Felix on the bench. You had a lot of good pieces still on the bench. So again, Roberto Martinez, bro, it looks like he's on his way to ruin another golden generation. But again, we'll see what happens. The tournament's still young. We still have a lot of football left to play. Portugal still have obviously still two more group stage games left, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, man, that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. I love every single one of you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.